Welcome back, guys. It's Lex here, and we are wrapping up my reading journal for 2025. So let's get started. Okay, so what you're going to see is a bunch of me filling in the blanks for October, November, and December. So that is pretty much what you're going to see in the beginning half of this video. What you can see is in the description down below. You'll be able to go to a specific point in the video and you'll be able to actually just listen to me talk about each of my spreads and go from there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop talking and there's going to be music throughout the rest of the video. I really do appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys when I update you all later. Peace.
Okay, so let's talk about the end of my reading journal, so the end of the year. So let's start here. This is the very first page, like normal. Okay, we're gonna go to here. This got up to about 150. No, this layout would have given me 200 books, and I didn't get up to 200 books, so I didn't even reach my goal this year. So yeah, and then I left room. Okay, next is this. This is goals. I did do this. That is pretty much the only thing I did with my goals this year. And then I have my index. I fixed this in this year's um, reading journal. Okay, moving on. So, reading log, this is what my reading log looks like. And then that's how that one. Okay, so my anticipated releases, everything. So I had a lot to move, so I'm thinking about this year is not adding them until they're for sure coming out that month, so I don't confuse myself. And then the purple means that it's just been completed. That's pretty much what it means. Okay, next is my bingo. This is my bingo. I completed this, don't know what month I did it in, so it's not colored. I know I had a couple of rom-coms, didn't do it. At one point I gave up doing it because if you see all the beginning of this video, I had to complete October, November, and December, so this didn't get much done. So there's that. Okay, so this is how you see me completing my bingo tracker. So this tells me exactly what I did. Okay, rereads this year. These are my rereads. I did more this year or in 2025 than in 2024. Okay. Okay, monthly tracker and my format publication year trackers. This is what it looks like. Okay, my Hall of Fame looks something like this. So for Hall of Fame is 4.5 stars and higher is what I did. Okay, my 25 books in 2025 was an epic fail this year because obviously I didn't get much done. So yeah. Okay, series tracker. So these two colors are what I read in 2024, and then anything that's in purple and blue is what I read this year in a series tracker. I had a bunch of series that I had on here that I thought I was going to start, but never did. Okay, so here's my physical TBR. So this was my physical TBR. Everything that's on my shelves. I got rid of a lot of these books, so they're pretty much gone. And then this was my TBR based off of um, Goodreads, just with one author. So if I only had one author, one book from that author, I put it on here. And yeah, I did pretty bad. So, okay, books that I bought, and then I highlighted them if I read them this year. And didn't do so hot on that either. And a lot of those books, I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books for sure that will be not on my TBR next year because I read the first book and kind of liked it, and then I just am not ending up going and reading everything. Okay, fan fiction. Obviously, I didn't do but one, unfortunately, but yeah. Okay, here is my monthly stats at a glance. So I did mess up a couple things, but this is what it looks like for the most part. So if you want, you can pause it, see what I have. Okay, so TBR. So this TBR was based on if I had multiple books from an author, and that's where I put it on here. And it kind of coincided with my series tracker, which I'm trying to get rid of that in this next year. So here is what I read this year. A lot I did not get to, unfortunately. Okay, so I thought this would have been really cool, and stopped using it. I think I used it one time. Okay, my DNF graveyard is this. I DNF 4 books this year, and I even said what dates I DNF'd them. I don't think I have this in my 2026 notebook. So yeah. No. Okay. All right. Savings tracker. I do have this in my next year. I think I stopped it in the middle of June, July. And I was going to calculate all of this and see how much I saved throughout the year. Well, that didn't happen because I stopped it because I was going to run out of room. So in 2026, I gave myself a lot more room to do this because I liked it a lot. Okay, let's talk about January. So here's what my January spread looked like. Okay, got my mood, my star rating, what I bought. Okay, and then everything that I did here. Okay, next is February. February was obviously Love is in the Air. All right, so these are the books I've read. Okay, March. So I did this style calendar because I thought I was going to like it, and I did not like it because if I started something on Friday and then Saturday and then come back over here, it kind of um, like out of the tide. I started on September on the Saturday and then I finished it on the Sunday, and so it was kind of awkward seeing that how it's set up. So I tried it, I think, one more time, maybe two more times. So here is April's. So I did it here, and this month I definitely had a um, what's it called? I definitely got into a reading slump. Here's May. I was supposed to highlight these because I know I got them. So, or I know I got to them. I think this is the last month I tried it. Oh, and then so I stopped going and doing the star ratings after February because I didn't have enough room to do it. And so I still put how I read it for March, April, because I did it in April. And then I did it in May as well. June is my birthday month. So oh, I did try it for this month. Okay, so I did, I think this is the last month I did this weird setup because I just don't like it. I wrote down the books. I didn't write down. I printed out the book covers, and this is when I actually stopped putting how I read them, which I want to continue doing this year because I can't remember how I read some of my books. So this would be very helpful. Okay, so my summer TBR was this and did not do great with my summer TBR. So yeah. All right, and then July looks like this. All right, and then I went back to this style because I like this style way more. It takes up less room. I can do a lot more with it, including stickers and decorating it to my ability. So that's what I did. And then we did August. August looks something like this. To be honest, I don't know what. I read Mountain Daddy during that. Bloom Part 2, I know I did that one. Faking Game. Barbarian's Hope, I think I did. And I think I did Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And I Could Be Yours in this month. I just didn't highlight them, which is dumb. Okay, so yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one am I missing? I guess I didn't get to the Faking Game. I know I read it. I don't think I read it in this month. Okay, so there's August. Okay, September, it looks something like this. So this was done with a Cricut. I think I'm doing this more often because I like this look. All right, there's the Faking Game. So I did read it. So here's what this looks like. Okay, my fall TBR, that was my fall TBR, and I only read 1 out of 6. Yeah, and then these were done on a Cricut as well. Okay, October, this is what you just saw, but now you can see it in a full view. Oh man, I did not read any of my TBR that month. No, for a fact, because I only read 5 books. And I don't think I bought any books, because I was supposed to put the bought here, and I don't think I bought any books in October. So, and then this was done on, like, this lettering was done on the Cricut. And then everything else I did, and I just rounded out the edges. Okay, so I added these to match the decor with everything else. I thought these were super cute. Plus, I only read 5 books. Yeah. Okay, and then we get to November. I went all out on my stickers, and I don't really care, to be honest. So, November, I read 7 books. I bought a ton of books in November, and some of those I will be unhauling as well. Yeah. Okay, and then I try to go with the colors that matched my decor, and I went a little overboard with the stickers. Do I care? No, I don't care. I love my stickers, and I will continue to use them. Okay, next is December. So I did not buy any books in December. I was a good girl. Did not buy any books. Did not finish my CBR, unfortunately. Okay, this is what I did in November. I totally messed this up. I think I'm going to have to cut it because this is driving me up the wall. Okay, because it's not sticking, and if it's sticking, great. Well, I don't really care. It's driving me up the wall, so I'm going to get rid of it. I accidentally forgot to move the postcard over a little bit. I messed up that page a little bit. I don't care. So I did this. Okay, this is the 10 before the end. I messed up on here. I should have shifted the 10 over and put that in blue as well. Probably still could if I really wanted to, but I'm not. These were the 10 books I wanted to read before the end of the year. There was no video for it because I ran out of time. All right, let's talk about my end of the year stats. So I did read 125 books. Total hours was 1,174.55 hours. Average length for books you read had 352 pages, and it took me about 3 days to finish each book. Okay, so my average rating was a 3.75. So you can see the books that I starred and how many for each star rating. Okay, so this one says average time finishing is 4 days. I don't know. This is all from Storygraph, so unless Storygraph messed up. All right, so I have all of the different types of moods that I read this month or this past year. And then over here I have my most read authors, which S.J. Tilley and Ruby Dixon tied at 10. And then I have Gianni Holmes with 9. And then it drops down to 6, which is Helena Hunting and Serena Bowen. And then I drop down to 4 with Rebecca Genshak, Millie Finelli, J.K. Rowling's, Elle Kennedy, and Sarah Kate. Okay, my genres that I read. Here are the genres that I read this month. And I thought the book store decor for this, even though I don't drink coffee or tea, I thought it was really cute to do this, especially. And then the last thing I have is all the books I gave 5 stars this year, and I only gave, I believe, 11. Yep, 11 books 5 stars. And so that is it for my 2025 reading journal. I do appreciate you guys stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next one.